Hey everyone, I'm using Gregory Scott's Tarot for our reading today. I'll choose some cards from Gregory's pack. I'll choose some from the Destiny pack as well for some extra guidance. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. And as always, take what resonates. Just pop the rest to one side and just see what unfolds. So I'm asking for some guidance. There we have the Hanged Man. The Nine of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Six of Swords. Okay, so the Hanged Man. Today, Venus, as Venus moved into Leo on Monday, Mercury came out of the shadow, his shadow phase. So things that Mercury starting to move forward, the communicator of the gods, so that we are hearing these messages that are coming through. Venus coming into Leo brings through that heart energy, the boldness, the confidence. So things starting to move, and Mercury was retrograding through Leo and in connection with the Great Attractor. So I see Mercury as clearing, as he was in his shadow, as he was in his retrograde, clearing the path for when Venus stepped into Leo. So the path ahead is clear. She moves into Leo with her heart open, with this powerful, bold energy of creating, of passion. She is in conjunct with Mary Magdalene. So this energy is one of supreme love, the purest love. Also, she's in a conversation with Sakma. Sakma is the Egyptian goddess who really brings us into alignment with our truth. The planets are really taking us inward to find out the truth of who we are. We are all these creators. We have this divine creative energy that flows through us. Also, there is Hamaya as well in this beautiful conversation with Venus, and these are all mystical and magical energies that are coming through and creating in our energy fields, in our bodies, in our lives, and in our reality. So we've been lifted into the goddess, into the energy of the goddess. Mercury is bringing through the messages. So when we sit in quiet time, maybe just write. Ask the goddess, whichever goddess, whether it's Mary Magdalene, whether it is Sakma, whether it is Haumea, Kali, whatever goddess that you connect with, that comes to your mind, ask for messages from, ask to be gifted a message that is going to guide you on your path. What messages of spiritual wisdom come through, what creative energies come through. So connecting to these goddesses now that are coming through Venus, and we are feeling and being activated from deep within our core to be able to allow this goddess energy to flow through us in such a beautiful and creative way. Also, Venus is in conjunction with Neptune and Saturn. Neptune, again, the the mystic, the miracles, the expansion, the higher consciousness, and Saturn, the gatekeeper between worlds, bringing through this energy of flow as we are now anchoring in this creative energy into our being, into our reality, anchoring the energy of the goddess, of the divine masculine, of Yoshua, because all these energies are being activated. Mercury in that retrograde with the great attractor shifting and moving away the debris from within us, from the way we speak, from our communication, from our paths, so that we can walk in this energy of the High Priestess as we are well and truly under the umbrella now of this sacred eclipse season of the High Priestess. So this magic occurring within us, Saturn in this flowing energy, dissolving those structures now that we maybe told ourselves now we can't create. We are less than anyone else. Those old shadowy conversations that we may have had with ourselves when we're on our own. Oh, again, Pluto is in conversation with Venus, so there's a lot of Venetian energy activating the planets, activating the asteroids of the Divine Feminine. Pluto is taking us deep to really listen to where we're telling ourselves we can't do something, showing us where we have been maybe shut down and told us we, through shaming us or embarrassing us or however it occurred in our lives, to make us shut down, to stop our creative flow from moving through our bodies and out into our energy fields. So this is an activation of the Divine Feminine, her creatrix, coming through whichever way, whether it's through stitching, with intentions, with our artwork, our singing, bringing through the divine mystic, allowing her now to expand into fullness within our bodies. Sekhmet reminding us to keep that vision, that precise vision, especially as we're going through this eclipse season. The Hanged Man, which is connected to Neptune, and this is you can see the angels coming down. So even though there is an energy, maybe an energy of feeling stuck, not being able to move, with this card I'm getting the vision of the chrysalis. Everything is happening within us. It might be a little bit like mush at the moment, but we know something powerfully, divinely and beautiful is creating within us. So the angels are there coming through, bringing help, bringing through those divine messages from the goddess, from Mary Magdalene, Sekhmet, from Hermea, or whoever you connect with. Right, ask her to bring through a letter, to bring through some messages for you, to help you to come into alignment with the creative being that you are. So there's a bit of feeling, not knowing which direction we may be going in, knowing something's growing within us, something really powerful is growing within us, but we're not quite there yet. There's lots of changes going within. There's lots of shifting of energy, shifting of the old karma, so that we can step into our dharma. So there's a lot of energy moving. So just being mindful. And this is the card that's connected to Neptune, to really be aware when we're looking into the illusion, to whatever we are listening to, whatever we are watching, making sure that it feels true to us, that it's not going to take us on another spiral or down another rabbit hole, if you like, coming into that line of truth, as Sekhmet is bringing us into that line, into the alignment of our true north. So things shifting, moving around in us, the angels, guides, spirit, the divine, are all bringing through messages that are activating something that has been lying dormant within us, and it is growing. It's starting to come alive. We're starting to remember. So as we move from the feeling of maybe being stuck, not knowing which direction we're moving in, to bring ourselves back into the moment and know that from this moment we create our future. This is the creatrix coming through us, the divine feminine, creating with a energy, with a magic, with a mystery. And as we stay in the moment, then we come into the 9 of Pentacles, which is prosperity, which is good health. So we're aligning ourselves, fine-tuning ourselves, going through this recalibration of the truth of who we are, which is when we feel prosperous, we draw that to us. When we feel healthy, that comes to us. We are feeling it, and we are cultivating within us, which then sets off a process in our outside world. So we're not moving, we're doing all the inner work in the chrysalis, so that when we crack open the shell of that chrysalis, we step onto a new timeline, into a new reality that is so easy. There's no stress involved, there's no pushing, there's no control, because we've done the work inside. And I just feel with this card as well, for somebody is coming into your life to help you, to assist you on your journey with finances, whether this is you're going into a promotion, somebody seeing something special, they're seeing your light. And this could be in any arena within life. So someone coming in and really seeing the light that is shining through you, and bringing through that assistance, that helping hand, bringing through the opportunity to step into something, some kind of expansion, some promotion, some extra finances coming in. The King of Swords, he's sat there and he has all that wisdom, the wisdom of the universe all around. And during this time, Jupiter and Merlin conversing, bringing through the spiritual wisdom infused with the magic, the mystery. So this is a sitting and connecting to the higher realms, to know that everything that we require is already within us, to go within, to listen to the messages that Merlin and Jupiter are bringing to us, that Mercury is bringing through from the energy of the gods. So this divine downpouring of messages, of spiritual wisdom, of alchemy. This library is that surrounds the King of Swords holds every single healing word, positive word, high vibrational words are held here in this library. And he sat in there connecting and bringing through the words, bringing from the divine, bringing through from the higher realms, bringing through the words that hold the frequency of the higher dimensions. And again, this is the masculine, but also the divine, the goddesses, wanting to come through and bring those messages through as well. So this is a beautiful intertwining of a downpouring of messages. Once we align, once we open up our crown, open up our heart and listen to what is coming through, and the words will be high vibrational, they will be healing, they will be infused with divine magic, bringing them through, awaking up that divine creatrix within us, so that we can create and bring those higher messages through and anchor them into our reality. The Queen of Pentacles showering us with divine abundance, because as we choose the words and infuse them with the higher vibration, they leave us and start to put seeds. Every word is a seed that we're putting out into our reality. And as we have faith and we have that self-belief, they start to grow. And the Queen of Pentacles, no matter where she is, she could be set in some desert, some barren place, and she will sit and contemplate and connect to the higher realms, feel the majesty of prosperity all around her, and things will start to, she will draw things to her until she is sat surrounded with all she requires. There's no worry in the Queen of Pentacles. She's gone through all the stages of working through emotions, thoughts, holding on to that aligned passion until she starts anchoring it into her reality. And I feel this is what we are being gifted. There's a bridge that is coming from the other worlds, the higher realms, that is gifting us the energy, the frequency to anchor into our reality, to create divine abundance. The Six of Swords, things starting to move, and there's some shadowy figures around this person, this boy, this man, and he is not listening to them. He is focused. Again, the message is precision. Keep your focus precise. Don't take your gaze away from your vision, because as you're focusing on your vision, you start to gravitate towards it. The moment we look away, we lose our balance. So you can see things starting to move there. Regardless of what's going on in the outside world, there is chaos in the outside world. And it's not that we don't know what's going on, it's that we are not putting energy there, because ultimately there's a plan. And we are all responsible for what we bring in and emit into Mother Earth, and and into everyone around us. So when we stay in that place of peace, in the chaos, we then start to bring our reality into alignment with peace. If we step into the chaos, we then become unstable. We become exhausted. So again, the message that's coming through so powerfully, we're almost there. Don't take your eyes off your vision, what it is that makes you happy. And even if you don't know it, just breathe and find that center and feel the peace within. And then the Nine of Cups, the wish card. She is there sat pregnant with a dog and all the family, and this is the emotional wish card, that everything is coming into fruition. We are birthing a new reality. We are birthing a divine feminine that has been so locked away in the dark within each and every one of us. She's now starting to wake up. She's now starting to remember she's the creator. She creates in the womb a baby, and as we have the baby within our womb, we are not, we don't interfere with it. It grows without any help from us, without us having to keep tending to it. Yes, we look after ourselves, but the baby grows with its own divine intelligence, and this is what is occurring around us. The seeds that we are planting from the divine creatrix within us are starting to take root, and there's nothing that can destroy that now. We are becoming stronger and stronger in alignment and focused, and really connecting with who we truly are. And so this is our wishes being fulfilled, and to live in that feeling of our wishes being fulfilled, not waiting for something to happen in the outside world, that we will, once that occurs, then we will feel, once I have this job, or I get this, the pay rise, whatever it may be, once we step into the feeling of that, the feeling of the financial peace and the feeling loved, and when we put ourselves in sort of in the feeling of it, the spiritual law, it brings it to us. If we're feeling in chaos, then we will just draw more chaos into our lives. And I know we already know this, but these energies are coming through so powerfully as to really remind us now at this critical time of the eclipse season, with these powerful high priestess moons, the full moon in Pisces. This is very sacred. This is very mystical and magical, and as we create with our magic, we transform everything beautifully around us. So I'm asking for a message from the Destiny as well for some extra guidance. And so underneath the stalk, underneath the Hanged Man, we have the stalk. So there's luck coming, that something's going to come in, where we may have felt stuck, where things have been, there's been a lot of energy coming up for us to be aware of and acknowledge. And as we are working through that, instead of going into battle with it, and as we start to work and dissolve it in love, then things start changing. This is the start bringing the baby, bringing the rebirth, bringing something new into our lives as we let go of the old that only has ever kept us in a place of, I'm working on that, that hamster wheel, going round and round in circles. Each time we have stepped into that pattern, we've stepped back off, and it's got quicker each time. We might go into a pattern, we might stay there, we might fall back asleep in that pattern, go into that dream state of it, and then we wake up. And each time now it's getting lesser and lesser, and as we step into it and know we are going into the old ways that bring in the not good, that only bring in the obstacles and the hindrance and the stress, and where we take on too much pressure, we are stepping out of that quicker now. And as we step out of it, a light of luck comes in, bringing in luck, bringing in a rebirth, bringing in something new and vital and wonderful. Underneath this, the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Tower, asking us to really not doubt. Don't doubt. We have everything within us. We have everything that we require for our ascension. We have all the ascension codes within us that are starting to activate now, and they're going to start to activate really quickly, and we are going to be stepping into this beautiful energy of the Nine of Pentacles, and the 9 is completion. So the circles that have been draining our prosperity, the karmic cycles that are starting to close out now, and bringing in this prosperity to keep that faith, let go of all doubt. And the card with the King of Swords is wisdom. Wow, this wisdom that's coming through, connecting to that divine wisdom, and that enrichment of spiritual wisdom and spiritual awakening that is around us, so enriching and awakening and healing. So whatever books may stand out to you, whatever messages come through, they're going to be steeped in spiritual wisdom. Underneath the Six of Swords, we have the heart. Allow our hearts to navigate us. This is Venetian energy, Mary Magdalene, Hameya, Sakma, keeping us on that path, pushing us within, finding out what is true to us. Pluto helping us to alchemize and go into those depths and soul rescue those parts of us, those parts of our soul that have been long forgotten. Because as we rescue that essence of our soul, that essence of our soul holds creation. It holds something. It holds magic. And it opens our heart even more. So there's an energy coming through, and it's flowing through our hearts. It's guiding us, not by our head, but bringing through the messages through our hearts. And the Queen of Pentacles, we have we have the bear. So the bear is protection, knowing that we're always safe, not to worry about things going wrong, imagining everything going right. That's the greatest protection. So Archangel Michael always comes through with this card, always letting us know that we're protected. We have the angelic kingdom around us, the higher beings of light around us, guiding us, because we've come into alignment with that now. When we were in our shadow, we listen to the shadow, we listen to that painful essence of ourselves going into overprotection. Now we've done the healing of that, there's a balancing occurring that is telling us we're protected now. You don't have to worry about the things that you used to worry about, because you used to worry about them and bring worst case scenarios in. Now imagine everything going right, because it is going to go right. Archangel Michael and his legions of angels are assisting us and guiding us and really pouring light onto our path. So coming through with it, letting us know that we are protected. The happier we get, the happier we will be. There's nothing waiting. There's no caution coming through with this reading that there's something going to happen that is going to create some kind of hardship. Absolutely not. We're moving into a time of prosperity. That's already protected. We're already moving into that now. And the 9 of Cups, we have peace and finances. So peace of mind where finances are concerned, feeling that peace and stepping into that and doing some daydreaming of how you would feel knowing everything is provided for and there is finances flowing in and that are bringing so much comfort and happiness and joy and freedom, allowing us to move away from the limitations of worry. So there's a peace coming around finances. So if you've been wishing for extra finances, and during this reading this is what's been coming through, an increase of finances, whether it's through promotion, whether it's through more work, spiritual work, because this creative energy is flowing through you. So you're using your imagination to actually allow the universe to work in unison with your rebirth, with your new life of no worries, with no stress, no burdens. So as we step into that, and then there is the anchor support. So as we're feeling these feelings, living the life, feeling it and just feeling it and believing it within us and anchoring it in as we are doing the meditation, or we're writing, or we're bringing through these messages. Anchor the light into your Earth Star chakra, and that light will start to vibrate on your path and start to shift things and move you in the direction of prosperity and health and a life without the shadow that's been there, that has caused hindrance and caused us to be unhappy. So things shifting now as we're moving and shifting our vibration. That dense energy is cracking and falling away, so that we become the diamonds in that rock. So the rock, or the piece of coal, is shaking and shaking and vibrating, and it's starting to fall off until we are those diamonds that are, the facets are so colourful and clear, and that's who we are within us. So we're creating something beautiful that is now starting to emerge from within. I'm just going to take one from the Matrix as well for some extra guidance, see what messages come through. So asking for a message. There we have new beginnings, something new coming in, something new and exciting. Feel that, feel the sun. This is the sunrise coming up. You will start a new job and a life clean sweep over. Hit the reset button. So whether it's promotion, whether it's something new coming in on your career, whether it is an input of new clients, whatever, something new coming in, feel it, feel that new beginning without the heaviness of the past, because it's there. The sun is rising and really activating pure joy within. So thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Thank you.